Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Martial Arts of Sales. This is part 4 of a 5-part series on how to use my social media investment strategy to accomplish getting qualified leads, converting those leads into sales, and bottom line, increasing your monthly cash flow. This is the most important part because if you do this right, the results are going to be phenomenal. Part 4 is prepare your daily goals to cold calling on social media. I'm excited. I think you'll be excited. And now for the introduction. Check it out, everybody. I'm excited, and I hope after this you're going to be excited because I'm going to put a daily training program for you to help you prepare to cold calling on social media. This is part 4. So now that you understand the first 3, those of you who have looked at the first 3, I'm going to put it together on a daily preparation to help you get the direction to learn how to cold call on social media to get the results you want. Before we get started, if you're watching me on YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button below. If you believe this video is worth somebody else watching and seeing, do share with others. Do comment on it. I do appreciate constructive criticism. Now, part 4 is prepare your daily goals to cold calling on social media. You could have all the information, all the data, all the facts that you want. If you don't put it in a system to prepare your daily calls or your daily strategy, all that goes to waste. For me, as a salesperson, as a closer, as a storyteller, as a cold caller, I take data and facts that people tell me that I believe are valuable, and how do I take that and put it into my presentation? How many calls do I need to make to get the end result that I need? How many people do I need to speak with? How many presentations do I need to get off in order to get a certain amount of deals? You have to prepare for that. So I'm going to help you get to that point. So let's go to work here, guys. Number 1, absolutely important, must, non-negotiable for your own benefit. Be prepared to know who you are targeting. Before, I just used to call any name and number because I just wanted to get enough pitches to get my language together, to get my strategies, to get more confident. But over the years, I've learned who am I going to call and why am I going to call them. When I cold call on the Better Business Bureau, whether it's a janitorial company, a remodeling company, a pest control company, a spa company, a hotel, a restaurant, it doesn't matter. I know when I'm going to call, who am I targeting? I'm going to be prepared for the questions they're going to ask me. I have to know their industry so that I can have a dialogue with them. That's what I mean. Every call has to have a purpose. You don't just make phone calls to make phone calls. I know people that do that, and it's ridiculous because you're wasting time. And you're devaluing what you are, who you are, and the services you may have. So always be prepared to know who you are targeting. See, nobody likes to do the grunt work. It takes work to do that. But that work is worth it. Number 2, this is what I would do, and this is what I recommend to my salespeople. This is what they do. This is what I recommend to my customers that I'm helping them learn to sell, is you get 5 to 10 qualified leads per platform. So let's say you have Instagram, and let's say you got 10,000 followers. You got Facebook, you got 5,000 followers. You got Twitter, let's say you got 20,000 followers. You have LinkedIn, okay? So once you identify and are prepared who you're going to target, now you have to be ready to start making those initial calls. I'm not talking about phone calls. And believe me when I tell you, if you call people and they know they're following, they're excited about you, a lot of people are going to be excited that you're calling them. For example, for me, when I call people now on social media, oh, you're that Paul Cruz guy on the Paul Cruz show. Yeah, I'm the guy. Oh, you're the martial arts sales guy, right? Yeah, I've earned that because I did the work. I'm grabbing it. Does that make sense? So what you have to do is you have to be able to get 5 to 10 qualified leads per platform. So if you have 4 aggressive platforms that are working for you, that's 20 to 40 qualified leads a day combined. Because there's a sales thing called, it's a numbers game, right? For me, it's about the right numbers. How do you know the right numbers? Because you dictate the numbers you're going to do. You dictate how many people you need to call. So you control those numbers. It's not always about the number, it's about the right numbers. So if you're able to get 5 to 10 qualified leads per platform, and anybody should be able to do that. I'll help you, I'll teach you. All you have to do is email me at themartialartsofsales@gmail.com, and I will help you learn to get 5 to 10 qualified leads per platform every single day. Now, when you do that, the second part or the third part is a very exciting part, but it's also a very critical part. Why? Because 90% of the deals go south, meaning they don't happen within this next step. If you do it wrong, if you do it right, a high percent will convert into sales. Number 3 is you will have between 25 to 50 follow-up calls per platform. I want you to think about that for 1 second. If it's 25 qualified leads per platform or follow-up call, that's 100 follow-up calls minimum on your 4 platforms. Let's say Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn as an example. That's 100 people. It's a lot of people to call, but it's not a lot of people. Because you may not get a hold of all of them, right? So it could get frustrating. But I want you to think about that. If you knew that all you have to do is do A, B, C, and D is $1 million waiting for you, and all it's going to do is take you, let's say, 5 hours to walk to get that $1 million, and you know it's guaranteed, it's there. Would you walk 5 hours knowing there's $1 million at the end of that door? I would, in a heart second. I've done it for less. Because the value is at the end over there. So if you got 50 qualified leads a week per platform, now you're at 200. It's the same thing as when you do automated. I have a strategy automated where my clients the first 2 months get 200 minimum engagements, meaning people calling them, emailing them, or going to their business. Obviously that's quicker, right? But how would you like to be able to control and get access to 200 real qualified leads that you determine need your services? Think about that. And let's say out of the 200, you convert 20%, whatever your price is. That's the prize at the end of the door. So it's important that you have 25 to 50 follow-up calls per platform every week. So every day you're going after new business. You're earning that business. You're developing your brand. You're developing your name. You're giving yourself the right exposure. Because one thing I learned about lying, you make stupid mistakes, then you brand yourself terrible, right? And sometimes it's hard to get that back. It's like earning trust. It's hard. When you lose it, it's harder to get it back. No different. I will help you. I will show you how to do follow-up calls for qualified leads on social media. Number 4, 40 to 50% conversion ratio. I believe the average person can convert 40 to 50% converting leads on social media if it's done right. Through the martial arts of sales, I teach that. I can show you that. So if you have a strong following and you understand how to follow up with them, and you do have a value to them, and you present that value in a clear picture, that they want to own it, and they're following you, and they like your content, they're sharing it, you should be able to convert 40 to 50% of your leads by learning the art of cold calling on social media. No doubt about that. This is exciting. This is a daily goal. This is what I do daily. Not only cold calling on the Better Business Bureau, but also I have to manage my day also getting some leads on my social media platform. I met a potential client yesterday who was supposed to come to my seminar Sunday, but they weren't able to make it. I met with her. Her husband wasn't there, but it was great. She complimented me. She was really kind. She likes the way I talk about sales and cold calling, and she sees that it could be fun. She has a lot of talent. So she wants to hire me, potentially to teach her how to sell. And one thing that's going on with small business owners and entrepreneurs, with so much technology, we're getting lazy. We don't want to do the important work, laying down the foundation. That's an advantage to me because people need more what I have than what I need that they have. Think about that. So once you learn, you embrace and love the art of cold calling on social media, you're going to see your sales increase. Now your content becomes more valuable. Does that make sense? So I hope this has been helpful. I really do hope that, you take this serious, you apply it. If you have any questions and you want some consultation, just email me at themartialartsofsales@gmail.com, or you could direct message me on Facebook, Instagram, or even Twitter at The Paul Cruz Show, or at The Martial Arts of Sales as well. And I will respond to you in 24 hours. So before we leave, I want to recap the daily training in preparing you for cold calling on social media. Number one, always be prepared to know who you are targeting. Number two, make sure you get 5 to 10 qualified leads per platform. Number three, make sure you get 25 to 50 follow-up calls per platform. And number four is when you do that right and you learn the art of cold calling on social media, you're looking at converting between 40 to 50% conversion ratio. And what does that mean? That means you increase your monthly cash flow, your annual revenue, your bottom line profits, and get a high return on your investment if you decide to hire the martial arts of sales to teaching you how to cold call on your social media platform. I say goodbye for now. I want to thank everyone for being part of the martial arts of sales. Till we speak again, I wish everyone much success and prosperity. Have a great day, all.